Hey bosses, hey bosses, hey, welcome back to another DaBawseKreationz production. In this video, we are going to be working on some tray orders and a t-shirt order. Right now, as you see, I just put away my blue lid. I just spray painted it blue. And I'm putting it away to the side because after we do this, we have a t-shirt order to do, but we are doing this first so we can go ahead and let this sit off and dry. I spray painted everything off camera. If you would like to see me do the process of the spray paint, just leave me a comment down in the comment section and I'll be sure to let you guys see the process of me spray painting. I do spray paint outside and I let them sit inside and dry. Right now, we're just going to start setting up to get our epoxy done. We are doing 2 trays. Well, we're doing a tray and a half per se because I did the part of the Cowboys tray first off camera yesterday, but I ran out of jars, so I had to go and restock on my jars. So that's why I only had the jar lid to do for that set, but the tray and the ashtray for the Cowboys tray set that we're about to do was spray painted and epoxied last night. So we're just getting the Scarface one done because the Scarface is a 2-part painting process. I spray paint the white part first and then I come back and spray the other half black since it is a 2-toned tray. So right now we're just getting our decals ready to adhere to our products and going to set up and get ready to do the epoxy. And I'm going to take this time to welcome y'all in. If you are new here, welcome in, bosses. Welcome to the boss family. If you are a returning subscriber, hey boss, hey, welcome back over to the production studio. If you are liking these videos, please like the videos and subscribe to the channel. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I did not hit my goal for last year of 1,000, but hey, it's a new year, new things happen. So we're going to continue that goal to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So we've got everything cut, everything separated, everything's good. We have our dupe tubes to go with each tray. And we have our ashtrays and everything to go with each tray. So now we're just going to set the table up and get ready to do the epoxy. So now our table is set. We're going to separate them out and attach everything to what they need to be attached to. Black, it's a black on black for the ashtray. I do not do the ashtray 2-tones because it will be kind of difficult for me to do the ashtray 2-tones. So I normally leave my ashtray for the Scarface in black. And therefore, all I have to do is just epoxy down the bottom portion of the ashtray. Just the bottom, just so I can seal in that image. And now we're going to go on to the dupe tube where we're going to add our image onto the dupe tube, and we're going to continue doing this until we have gotten to the epoxying stage. Now I'm going to hit back to commercial stance and go ahead and tell y'all to go ahead and hit that notification bell. Y'all know if y'all hit that notification bell, you will always be notified when I upload a new video, and I try my best to get a video out there at least once a week. There might be a time or two that I might skip a week because I do have 2 other jobs. I am a CNA during the day and I do ship Sephora's at night. So sometimes it's kind of hard for me to get out a video every week, but I do try my best to do at least a week in the life of. I do videos almost every day, but for me to sit down, edit it, voice over it, and all that stuff to get it to y'all every week is kind of hard, since sometimes my days don't end until 2 a.m. in the morning, and by that time I'm tired and I would like to go to sleep. So we don't, but I do try. I promise you guys, I try my best to get these videos out as fast as I possibly can, at least. So, like I said, right now we're going to be working on the Cowboys tube, and we're going to have to wait until the following day in order for us to do that at the jar top, because it's still in the drying process. So we're going to do all of this right now, and then we're going to get to the Cowboys a little later on. See, that's the Cowboys and the ashtray tray done that I did the night before, but we had to stock up on our jars. Now over there in the far upper side of your screen, you are going to see an incense mold. All my extra epoxy for the past couple of epoxy projects, I have poured all my extra epoxies in that mold. I add a little red glitter to the red portion to turn it red, and in the bottom part I added a little gold flakes to it, so we have a red and gold flaked incense. Now we're just going to set up and mix our portions. This is Amazing Clear Cast epoxy resin, and it is a 2-part resin, so it is 2 equal parts. So you're going to do 1 part A and an equal part B of the same amount. Put them together in one container and mix. You're going to mix from 1 to 3 minutes depending on how you're mixing and your epoxy. It 1 to 3 minutes, as long as it is a clear, because one epoxy is a yellowish tinted color, and the other one is clear. But once you mix both of them together, once it becomes one clear solid piece, then you are good to go and let it and do what you need to do for your project. But you are going to mix, and when you are mixing, this video is sped up 4 times, so I am not mixing as fast as you guys are watching it. I am going at a slow clockwise turn. Sometimes I will switch it and go counterclockwise. I make sure I get all of it from the edges and make sure those get mixed in as well. I also sit it to the side for at least 3 minutes so all the bubbles can raise to the top, and it will be easier for your bubbles to pop. Now, when I'm doing my tray sets, I always start off with the jar lid first. Reason being is because it's going to take the least amount of epoxy. So once I have that situated, I move on. Normally, I will go to my tray next because I normally want the consistency of the epoxy to be nice and thick. Therefore, it will run less from when I get to my ashtrays. But since I am only doing the inside portion of this ashtray, I do not need to epoxy the whole thing. I am just going to do this next because this is going to take the second least amount of epoxy, because all I'm doing is just leveling it out on the bottom just high enough where it covers the whole image. Now that since both of those are now epoxied and are setting to the side, we're going to go ahead and work on our tray. Now the tray is normally the last thing I do, because one of the last thing I do, because it does take the most epoxy and it's easier to work with the tray, but before the epoxy gets too thick, because then it would be harder for you to spread. That's why I like to use the thickening portion of the epoxy on the ashtrays, because it's less likely to drip as much, and the thinner versions of the epoxy when I first mix it on the jars and the tray, because it's easier for me to spread and move it to my liking. All right, y'all. Always make sure you wear your gloves when you're working with epoxy to protect yourself from the toxic, because epoxy is toxic when wet. The only time it is safe, it is when it is 1000% fully cured and dried. So make sure you guys always using your gloves Make sure you are working on a leveled surface because as I said, it will all pull up on the side that is the lowest if you are working on an uneven surface, and then you're going to have majority of your epoxy on one side than it being a leveled out, because epoxy is self-leveling if you're on a leveled surface. All right, so while we are going to go ahead and let this do what it do, we are going to go ahead and look at all the ones we've done before, and then we are just going to go ahead and put them to the side. Now, I do have a dog. I have a black Labrador who is about 5 years old. If y'all have Labradors or y'all know dogs, my dog sheds. He shed something serious. So, while my things are drying, I am going to put it to the side. And I am going to let it do what it do. And we are going to let it dry as we go ahead and work on another project. Now, this lid came off of one of those foil pans from from Family Dollar, I believe. 2 in a pack, and it comes with the lids. The lids are perfect to use as my little covering agent for when I need to protect some of my epoxy work or spray paint some stuff. That's why you see all the yellow spray paint on there. I am just adding the rest of that epoxy to that incense over there. That way I don't waste any epoxy, and I'm going in the corners and the areas of the incense that did not get a full layered amount of in. I am spreading it all over so everything is leveled, making sure I get all the epoxy, because epoxy is on the high side of life, so we're going to save everything we can, because if we can sell it eventually, it's money well saved, if you can understand that. All right, y'all, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this off. I'm going to go ahead and let this cover this up in the best way I know how, so I don't get any dog hairs in that. And then I will see y'all in the next clip, or talk to y'all in the next clip rather, for when I get ready to do my next order. So this is going to sit like this overnight, and I'll see y'all again in the morning. All right, y'all, it's the next morning, and I'm here working on another order. We are doing a 2X shirt today, and it's got bad bitch energy. Yes, Lord, so you know you gotta size it right. I normally, the paper says for a 2X you size at 10.5 inches, but I like my designs to show, so I did mine's today at 11.5 inches wide. So now we're just going to cut this right size piece of vinyl for us to go ahead and get in our Cricut machine and go through its cutting process. This mat is fairly new, but I have been busy, so it is kind of dirty right now. But the best part about it is it still has the sticky properties. So it's still sticky, but I still do use my tape just in case. All right, y'all, shiny side down, matte side up, and cutting we go. A cutting we go. A cutting we go. All right. Everything is done cutting. Now we're going to go ahead and weed it on out. This is one of my favorite parts of working with vinyl is the weeding section portion. It is somewhat semi-soothing to me, although half the times I can't really see on these white backgrounds where my cut lines are, but once I start peeling, everything comes to fruition and everything is easy and visible to see. Except for when it's time for you to go on the inside. And on white, that's on white only. Everything else is very visible. The blacks, the greens, the blues, the grays, the purples, the pinks. But the back of these ones that are plain white, they are very hard to see, especially like if you're using white vinyl and glitter white vinyl. It's hard to see them cut lines, but it is what it is. It does what it does. It works when it works. So we are going to go ahead and get this weeding process done, and then we're going to head on over to the heat press, and we are going to press out our black 2X shirt. All right, everything is weeded out. The t-shirt, it is pre-pressed for moisture let out, and we are going to go ahead and press this baby on. We have pre-pressed it to get the moisture out, and we have also pre-lint rolled it to get off all the lint fibers and loose fibers and all that good stuff, because we are wanting this to stick. But as I was doing it, I don't believe my pre-press was hot enough because they weren't quite sticking the right way. So I had to drop that plate back on down, give it a little extra heat, and then picked it back up, tightened it up a little bit, and voila, everything came out. Everything was good. It stuck down to the nicest way it could, but just to make sure that fibers come through, we press for an additional 5 seconds. After them 5 seconds, we turn that heat press off. You know why? Because we are done. Last order so far for the week, and we are done. So we're just going to take pictures for the socials. You know how we do. Got to get that content in. So now after we have gone ahead and fold up everything, we're going to go ahead and ship everything off. Thank you card. Like I always say, y'all, branding is key. Make sure you have your thank you cards and your business cards. 9 times out of 10, they're going to get thrown away anyways, but you never know. Might be that one person who might pass your information on to the next client. Sealed it on up and realized that I forgot to add my packaging slip. So it is an easy open bag. So I go ahead and write out another second thank you note. This one is personally written with a coupon code that is worth 20% discount. If you would like to see that coupon code and you would like to also receive 20% off your purchase, please leave me an emoji of a heart. Leave a colored heart of whatever the color, whatever you are feeling today. Leave that color heart in the comment section, and I will be sure to get that discount code over to you just for participating and watching this far in the video. Special treat for those in the video who have been sticking around and supporting me throughout my YouTube journey. So now we're just going to add our labels, add our logo sticker, and we are going to move on to packaging up and finishing up the tray orders that we just got done doing in a few clips before. Remember, while the tray orders were done epoxying, I put them to the side so they can dry and everything while I worked on the shirt, because I needed the space. I am in my apartment. I am in my home. I am using my dining room. No longer a dining room, my office room. So it is a little small little space, and I have this portion of this office for me to do layouts and packaging and working on all types of things. So it's kind of a thing when I'm doing multiple projects at once, especially when it comes to epoxying. I do have to put that bad boy off to the side. So now we're just going to go ahead and jump on into wrapping these up, laminating out these scoop cards, and packaging these up and getting ready to package up these tray sets. Now, I would like to add, well, not add, but I would like to reiterate and also say again, if you are liking what you see, and please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, y'all. We do boss things over here. We make boss moves, which turn out and equal out into money moves, if you understand what I'm saying. So come on over and join the family by subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you'll be notified every time we post a new video. But for the rest of the video, I'm just going to let you go ahead and watch and work out what you do. Everything is everything right now. Jar lid is secured. Epoxy is on. Everything is dry. So we're just going to go ahead on and ship this out for shipment. And we'll let y'all go ahead and finish watching the video at your leisure. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys on the next one. All right, y'all. Like I said earlier, not too long ago, I want you guys, if you would like the discount code for DaBawseKreationz.com, please leave in the comments a color of a heart that represents your feelings for the day. If you are feeling happy, you leave a happy color, which would be your pinks, your blues, no, not your blues, your purples, your yellows, sunshiny and festive, your yellows and your orange, love, your red. If you're feeling blue and sad, that's your black and blue hearts. If you're neutral, that's your white heart. But leave me a heart color in the comments of how you are feeling today. And I will surely get you that discount code so you can go shop and save you some money. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace, Bawses.